Yo, what is going on, guys? I want to first off apologize for no live streams during the war. I have been waiting for a new PC to come in, which has finally arrived a few days ago, and we have finally got it set up. Hopefully everything turns out good with this whole video, and I'll post on the screen right here what the PC looks like. The thing is epic. We're going to be able to live stream a lot more games with it. My old computer was just not cutting it. It would be really laggy when fighting, so that's why I was waiting for this new one to come in to live stream wars, but it unfortunately came in after the wars ended, so I wasn't able to live stream any of the fighting. But today we have a bit longer of a video. We are going to be going over both this account, my main account, and the beast account, and check out their stats, how they did this KVK, because the KVK is officially over. Which, if I zoom out here, this is what the map is looking like. This is us on the right, these are our allies on the left. We were able to win this KVK. So this past 7 over here, this fighting lasted the entirety of past 7 opening until Kingsland, which was totally insane. So by the time we made it to Kingsland, everybody was pretty low on resources and speed up, so it only lasted like, I'd say 8 hours strong, maybe 12 hours if you account for like the little bit of fighting that was going on here and there, but mostly 8 hours was like the bulk of the fighting. So I'm going to show a couple different styles of it. I'm going to show what my stats on my account are looking like, but I'll also show on I believe it's rock stats is what our kingdom uses, and they don't record like the arena fighting, I'm pretty sure, as well as anything in between like the pass openings and Kingsland, and they stop recording after Kingsland has been won. So but we'll show that, and we'll show what my stats are saying, so that way we get both looks at it. The more accurate one I'd say is the rock stats one, because the arena fighting, like, I didn't really do much of it anyways, but it kind of like was pointless anyways, but it was kind of just like a fun little thing to do. So first off, I want to go over here to my account. We were luckily able to finally get over 1 billion kill points. Absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure the last video I recorded that you guys seen, I was at 720 million, so we absolutely cooked on the kill points with this account, which, let me tell you what, guys, has been absolutely insane to do, because this account is so weak, but we made it work with a lot of fighting, a lot of hours into it. Past 7 is where I got a lot of my kill points from. I did get some in Kingsland, but like I said, it didn't last as long. So but we are at 1.1 billion kill points. Our power is at 70 million, but it did drop below 70 million a little bit, but obviously with troop training for bastions and whatnot and the events, it's gone up a tiny bit. Our claim is at 8.4 million basically. I was trying to shoot for 10 million, but honestly, like, my resources were just getting drained like crazy trying to fight. I have the speed ups for it, but I also had to fight on the other account, so I just kind of was like, I was satisfied with this 8.4 million. If I got 10 million, we would have needed probably a lot more fighting too. I don't think there's enough Kingsland fighting, because my claim was just not going up with the march that I was using. So now if I go over here, our total unit deaths is at 861,000, with majority being infantry, and we have a lot of T4 siege, which is actually insane. Because this KVK, the nice thing about it, if I go over here to my Hector, you can attach this accessory here and have him as your secondary, which this accessory here allows you to use him as your secondary, and whatever your primary commander is, whether it's an infantry type, cavalry type, or archer type, you can use any troop type in that march, and it will act as your primary commander's unit type. So I was killing off my siege with it. I would even use, whenever I needed like infantry stuff, I would use like my calves, because my calves were obviously expendable. I'll go back over here. So my calves, I would have liked to have killed off more. I killed off a lot of T4. I didn't really have many T5 calves to begin with, but obviously my calves were definitely the ones I wanted to kill a lot, because I didn't have a cav march, so they were completely useless to me. My archers I killed the least, because I barely had enough for a full march, and I wanted to make sure, because I wanted to keep QSH on the field, because he was cooking up some pretty good reports. And then my infantry, I had a lot. I did go out of my word, and I did use my LC and Alex pair, and that really cost me a lot of resources, but I was just really trying to get as many kill points in a claim as I could. That wasn't too bad. I stopped using it after a while once we got closer to Kingsland, because I was like, it just cost me way too many resources. but I'll get back quite a bit of troops. I don't really care about the siege, but I will like this infantry back as well. I will like the Cavs back because I would like to get a Cav march going, but I really need them to drop a better Cav commanders before I invest too much into that, because I got my 3rd infantry march that I need to work on more anyways. And then resources is absolutely insane. I spent so many resources in this fighting. I was getting destroyed by people. I was trying to stay fighting as best as I could, but it gets tough sometimes, you know, especially when you're fighting for like 12 plus hours. You just get sloppy with it. So wood, which is insane, was like my biggest thing I used the most. I thought it would be corn because of my infantry types and everything, because I was running 2 of them, but my wood, I gotta get farming that wood. And I'm kind of surprised on the stone, 2.5 billion. I really didn't even know I would use that much stone. Gold, honestly, the gold is less than I thought it would. I knew gold was going to be a lot with the T5, but honestly, like 4 billion I feel like it isn't bad. I mean, it's pretty bad for this account, but like if I were to spend that much like in a KVK and get like good returns and stuff, that's not bad. Total kingdom unit deaths was 68.5 million, and this is what it's looking like. So if I come down here, right here, I was able to get over the 30 million kills or sev wounds of the other camps. This is insane. I'm pretty sure the current stat I have for my highest kills or sev wounds on this account is like 5 million, and that was terrible. This is going to boost my stats up really nice after this KVK. I was able to get the past the 30 million mark and be able to get the max rewards for that. That was awesome. That was my #1 goal. My first goal was to get the 31 million, or to get the 30 million kills, and then my second one was to get the 10 million acclaim, but that didn't work out too well. So, but I'm all right. I'm happy with what I got. So another thing I gotta highlight real quick is this is the list of all the people that got the Altark rewards, and amazingly, I was able to get it on both accounts, the Weasel the Beast one, and then down here, my Chuckling Weasel account. So that's going to be crazy. I honestly don't really know going in here. Like, I really don't know what I want to go for. Obviously, I think I'm going to go for the Toppler because I more so do infantry, but at the same time, like, Hunter for Wedge, like, for my QSH, would that be better? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I'm kind of like, I don't know which one to do exactly. Or should I get this advantaged advance? I don't even, this is for Wedge 2. Which one's better? Let me know in the comments, guys. Also, if I come over here to the combat shop, I'm up to 359,000 of these coins, and I got 3 of these. I'm also going to be getting, I'm pretty sure, I hope 3 more, but obviously I'm going to need to save one for this Altark. My plan was to originally go ahead and grab this city down here, but that can wait until next KVK. Obviously I want to get this Altark reward. That'd be great. Another thing I want to highlight here, we were able to get to the S tier, so we get all these extra bonus, so we'll get that extra 5% troop return as well. But it would have been nice to get this S plus tier, but that is a lot more fighting that we would have needed to do to get that. I'm just happy to get the S tier. So I'm going to put up on the screen, this is going to be my rock stats recorded by my kingdom for my stats for fighting. All right, so my total T4 kills was 3,266,000. My T5 kills was 26,596,000. My total kill points, this whole KV, well, not my total kill points according to the stats, which is pretty accurate for everything. I barely did any of the arena stuff, but my total kill points was 564,733,000. I got over $500 million of kill points this KVK, which is absolutely amazing. Obviously, it would be nice to get the 1 billion kill points, but with my account, I'm more than satisfied with getting $500 million kill points. Dead troops was 861,000, which we've seen, which is absolutely insane. My goal was only to get like 500,000. I'm pretty sure I got over 500,000 just with past 7. I went way more ham on the killing once I figured out about the Hector skill. That thing goes hard. So I was able to kill off siege and my cavalry and stuff. And my DKP score was 62.8 million. And right there, you see at the bottom, my dead goal was 552,000. Obviously, we broke that by a lot. And then my DKP goal was only 18 million. I don't know how they get that, but my DKP score like destroyed that. We got rank 22 in our kingdom, which is pretty good. Now what I'll put up on the screen is going to be the DKP for each camp. Okay, so number 1 was us, Lycia. We absolutely destroyed this KVK with a total DKP of 82.3 billion, total acclaim of 2.1 billion, deads 384 million, and then KP will just say for T4 plus T5 147.5 billion. And then those are the T4 kills and the T5 kills. And second would be Aeolia, which is one of our enemies, but they were the ones facing our allies, Mycenae, however you say that. Their DKP was 72.6 billion. Total acclaim was 1.8 billion. Deads were 571 million. And then their KP between their T4 and T5 was 118.9 billion. So third is going to be the enemies that we were facing, which is Dardania. And they got a total DKP of 70.2 billion, a total acclaim of 1.8 billion, total deads of 528.8 million, and KP T4 plus T5 of 115.3 billion. And then lastly, fourth would be our allies, and they got a total DKP of 69.5 billion, a total acclaim of 1.7 billion, total deads of 552.8 million, and then KP T4 plus T5 of 114 billion. So if you look at the total deads, we ranked last for total deads, but we still got the highest DKP. Absolutely insane. And as far as healing, we're pretty even on all fronts. It looks like we killed the most T5 as well. But yeah, that's what the stats are looking like. We'll quickly run through a breakdown as well of each individual kingdom's DKP. We'll just go through the DKP. You can see on the screen, I'll post. You can see everything else if you care to look at that. But the DKP here for Lycia, number 1 came in at 2714. They got 19.4 billion. And 2685 got 18.5 billion. We were third with 15.6 billion. And 3627 was fourth with 14.9 billion. And 1688 was last with 13.9 billion. I will say 2714, man, they were running so many rallies. They were garrisoning things. And even 2685. 2685 is a really good kingdom as well. We had some pretty good camp mates. It was pretty nice. And then below that is going to be our allies. And number 1 that with them was 3190 with 23.3 billion. Second was 2927 with 13.8 billion DKP. 2657 was third with 13.6 billion DKP. 3472 was fourth with 12 billion DKP. And 2141 was last with only 6.8 billion DKP. And then now we'll go over to the enemy camps. We'll start off with Aeolia, since they're at the top. There is 3630 that got 22.9 billion DKP. 2525 got 15.7 billion DKP. 3544 got 13.3 billion DKP. 3712 got 12.4 billion DKP. And 1032 got 8.2 billion DKP. Then we'll go to Dardania, which is next. 1703 was number 1 with 22.6 billion. 2755 was second with 16.8 billion. And then 1631 third, 10.7 billion DKP. 1958 fourth with 10.5 billion DKP. And 2400 with 9.6 billion DKP would be last. So really quick, I want to come over here and I want to show you some of the reports. I didn't save many. Honestly, I didn't really get the best reports as far as trades on my personal account, because I was just getting destroyed by the murder ball since everyone had way better tech compared to Zone 5. But if I go down here, this is what it was looking like for around past 7. So around here was like the start of it. I had this Sun Tzu BQ report trading at a pretty good positive. QSH obviously was Zuge, pretty similar. This one was a little bit better. This right here was a battle with the pass. And then this is just more. I just kind of like started favoriting some because I wanted to have something to show you guys. We were trading pretty even with or pretty positive with our passes, with our rallies compared to our enemies. We had some pretty good, this one is a little bit in the negative for us. This is another report. I'll just kind of go through these real quick so you guys get a look. This was a really nice one, 6.1 million to 2 million. And here's another one. So our Sun Tzu Prime and our QSH are definitely the two powerhouse marches. These, I think, are just some rallies. That's an insane one right there. This was a rally on a flag. Pretty good on our side. They took a lot of deads over here. And this is another one, a lot more deads. They took a lot of sev wounds as well. We took quite a bit of deads, but it's a pretty good report. This is insane right here. This was against their pass. 1.7 million deads. Jesus. And we only took 267,000. That's a crazy report. There's another one, Drildo with a flag. It's a pretty good report. And this is another report. We'll end off on this report. This is a nice one. That's all the ones I had saved. I wish I could show you guys some of the bad reports I was taking, because I took plenty of those, more so than good ones. But that's what is going to happen when we were rocking this gear on the field. This did good in Zone 5, but it did not do good with the past 7. I was lucky to trade even with this. I traded a lot of negative with it. I will say army groups are a blessing and a curse. They are really nice if you are working and you want to get some KP and whatnot, but if you get somebody that is terrible at using them and controlling them, you're going to get destroyed in them, which happened a lot to me. So real quick, I'll go in here to my resources. This is what my ending resources are looking like. Absolutely drained. Still over $1 billion though of stone and gold, which is pretty nice. My wood, I need to farm wood like crazy on the off season. And corn. All of this needs to get farmed, but we got quite a bit of farm, so we're going to get those up and running back now that KVK is coming to an end. Our speed ups, we're ready to go for another KVK with our speed ups. If we had the resources, we'd be immediately ready to run back that again. We're still at basically 1,000 days after I buy the VIP shop of the speed ups. It's amazing. I wanted to try getting enough speed ups for the Zenith. I don't think that's going to be possible if they're dropping it this month. It would have been nice to get a Zenith on this account. We'll see how it does in our region. It probably is going to get pushed way too far up compared to what I can get, but that's all right. There's always going to be another Zenith. I just wanted the skin because it looks amazing. So now we're over here in the Beast account. We're going to take a look at everything over here. I did try fighting the best I could on this towards the end. I was obviously focused a lot towards like the start of past 7 and a lot of the altar fights with my other account because I had a lot of goals I wanted to reach with it since I was returning. It was like a huge thing for me that I needed to hit some certain points. I needed to get 1 billion kill points on it, and I wanted to get 10 million acclaim, but that's all right that I got a little under that. We'll get it next KVK. 8.5 million is still good. I needed that account to stats to look good because if I do end up migrating that account out so I can get more content going, I need that account to look a little decent so that way more kingdoms would take me, because as I've learned with trying to find new kingdoms, it's very hard to migrate out with bad stats. So I think that will help me a lot if that's what I end up doing. I might honestly just run both accounts in the KVK as long as my leadership is fine with that. We'll see. Maybe I'll sit out the other account and let it grow even more. But honestly, it has 1,000 days speed ups. It's already ready for war again. So we'll go over here and just look at the stats here. Currently, the kill points are at 11.7 billion. And the acclaim we got this KVK was 12.4 million, and 5 million of it I got in Kingsland, if I remember correctly, which is absolutely insane. I started going ham on this account towards the end, just trying to get it up a little bit, because it says I was focusing so much more on the other one. So we come over here to the unit deaths. I would have liked to have killed off more units, but it is really hard to get into garrisons and rallies sometimes, especially because like I would join some and I would just get kicked out for farms and everything. So it's like kind of difficult to get into. But we'll take a look here at the unit deaths. A lot of them were infantry, a lot were also calves, but I didn't have many siege on this account, so there wasn't many siege I could trade for with using the Hector's accessory. But yeah, this is what this is looking like. What we will get back is half of that plus 5% since we got the S tier. This is what we will get back. And it's actually insane what we're about to look at here. This is the total resources spent on this account. All right, this is a difference between a good account and then my other account, which is a bad account. I spent actually a little bit more resources healing on my last account to get less acclaim and everything. That's just how you can see how brutal it was for me. I was fighting for my life out there to get as many kill points as I could. But this is what the resources are looking like. Pretty even. It's honestly about the same as my account, but I spent more so like 2.5 billion more wood and 2 billion or so less corn compared to this account. This account was running way more marches than my account. It's just, this account is just way stronger than my other account. It was definitely fun hopping on this account from my account because I would just get 5 marches out there and I would just go start tearing up. This is the resource we're going to get back on this. Absolutely nothing compared to how much we spent. I would have liked to have done more fighting on this account, but it was difficult with trying to reach my stuff. This is what we are at for kills and sevs. We got to 49,206,000, almost broke that 50 million mark. I think the if we come over here, I think the max that this has done was 55.7 million, so we were 6 million off of that. Next KVK, I would like to absolutely break that record. That would be awesome, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we need to get a good matchup. We could get in a matchup that's going to tear us up, but we'll see. All right, and I'll throw up on the screen again what this stats are looking like according to my Kingdom's recording of it. The total T4 kills was 4.5 million. Total T5 kills was 35.9 million. Total kill points was 766,715,000. That would have been nice. We were close to getting to 1 billion. Playing both accounts, a little difficult. We'll get it down next time. Dead troops, T4 plus T5 was 1 million, as we've seen. DKP score, 86.2 million. So we came short of our dead goal by a little bit. It was really hard to obviously join the rallies and garrisons, as we said. But, you know, we went a little over it on our other account, so hopefully that isn't too big of a deal. And DKP goal was 32.9 million. We over doubled what was the goal for that, so I think the stats are good. Obviously they could have been better. If I were to focus mainly on this account, I would have definitely got over 1 billion kill points, but that's all right. We still tore up. It's still a good KVK. We got the win. That's all that matters. So I will go over here, check out the resources on this. The resources on this, if I had the resources on this account and the speed ups on my other account, we would be ready to tear up in a war. But the resources are looking pretty good on this account. Obviously, it still needs like double, triple this to really get a good KVK in. We're going to be grinding resources like crazy. Our speed ups are looking absolutely drained. It didn't start with but like 350 days of universals anyways, so really we didn't use that much. We've also obviously gained some speed ups over time, but we're down to 135 days of universals on this account, and that's crazy. We're going to be having to join a lot of forts on the off season and drain out the VIP shop of all the universals each week. So that should be about everything I wanted to cover on these two accounts. If you guys have any other questions about anything, just drop it in the comments below. Also, let me know, like I said, about what I should get for the autarchs, because I've never gotten one before. That's a whole new thing to me. Honestly, that came out when I was not even playing the game still, so like when I was in my break period, so I really don't know too much about it other than you can get an inscription, put it on that. So let me know what you guys would do for that. I have a couple ideas, but let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, turn on post notifications, because we are going to start streaming some other games as well in the off season. If you guys like Arc Raiders, we're going to try Mecha Chameleon, which is a new game that has come out. It's really fun. I've been playing that a lot on my free time. And Arc Raiders I've never played before. I'm excited to try that game out. If you guys are excited to, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with that. We should be pushing out a lot more content now that I got my new PC. I'm absolutely excited for it. The thing looks sexy. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye.